Shoot. I don't remember configuring comments for the stream. But can I see comments myself? Yeah, I think I can. And cue royalty-free music. Let me start with Bond. Where's James Bond? There you go. So I won't start immediately. I have to figure a couple of things out first. Like for instance, I'm on Twitter first. Let me just tweet a lot to say I am screaming. Please come watch my face. That's up, yes. Copy link. So https twitch.tv/stu. There you go. I am live. And a couple of exclamation marks. Not too much, just enough to get the point across. Voila, s'il vous plaît. They don't play. Oh, also, done. So, a to-do list thingy app, you say? And right, okay. First of all, where's my face? I can't see my face. Now I have to. Jesus Christ! I should have figured this out before I start whatever I'm doing right now. First of all, enable studio mode. This is the preview, and then in the preview, yes, it's over there. Done. Now people can see my face. Alright, cool. Where was I? It's the studio mode thing disturbing me. So I want to create paint. I want to create a to-do list app with obviously list items. These don't look convincing. Back. Some things you typed out. Get groceries. Do some stuff. And then it's gonna have like a box. And if a box is ticked, scratch it out and kind of fade it. How do you this paint isn't as sophisticated, so okay, this is what I want to do. But the over-engineered part comes with, first of all, you have to log in to use it. You have to use some auth things, like maybe log in with Twitter or log in with Google. That's gonna be too much. I've done that one before. So Twitter is gonna be way easier to get the client ID and the client secret. So we're logging in with Twitter. Oh, GitHub. Yeah, I'll do GitHub. I've never done it before, so it's a good time to start now. So you're not gonna use your email and password to register an account. You're just gonna log in. Press one button to log in with GitHub. Yes. Login is sorted. What else is there? After logging in, you should be able to create a list item. Now here's the twist. To check the list item or to mark it as complete or done, you have to click the icon, the checkbox icon. If you click on the actual list item, it will take a list item and make it seem like a project. It will essentially take this text and apply it as a title and open you up to sub items. Yes. Now let's see how long this will take. Last time it took me 1 hour 20 minutes to create a single checkbox with Vue.js and Tailwind and whatnot. So what are you doing? No, I just want to go to my account on Replit. So the reason why I'm using Replit, yes, the name of my app. What's going on? Is it even working? There's a great story behind why this thing is named and then. I will not tell it now, but there's a story behind the and then. I'm bad with naming. Sometimes good, but pretty bad. Why can't I open the thing? What's going on here? Sign up to comment. Why should I need to sign up? This is my project. Oh, that's because it's public. Replit.com. I have to log in first. With this type of auth, especially if you're not going to be registering, there's absolutely no need to have a register page, because who's registering with the email and full name and password anymore? I want to start from scratch, complete scratch, so I have to delete my REPLs. I think they're called REPLs because it's written REPLs here. This song is making me anxious. I want to skip. Where do you skip? This one's better. This guy. This guy. The Vue playground. Last time I streamed, I created this guy and attempted to create a custom toggle button from scratch, and it took me, I've already said that. This took me an hour. Alright, Ripples, not a new folder. Where do you create one? Looks like a button to do so. We're looking for a Vue template, Vue.js with Vite. It's called Vite, by the way. It's a French word meaning fast. And then app. Yes, because that's what a to-do list is for. You have an item, or you have a list of items, and then for the first item you tick, and then you move on to the next one. Simple. That's how the name came about, the Inden app. So interestingly enough, I have to move this guy to here so that I'm going to be able to share what I'm seeing in terms of me looking for docs and everything for configuring everything that I need. Like for instance, first thing to do when starting a new project, configure Tailwind. Tailwind with Vue3 Vite. I still remember the steps, but I just want to follow this guy again. Yeah, installations and whatnot. Is this thing using? It's already started. Stop. No need for you to run yet. Copy and paste. The best thing to ever happen to software development. It's a browser. What? I can't paste. I can. I need to fix that. REPL, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. So because my REPL account is on a free plan, they basically give you a toaster for a VM for you to run your project. So it takes forever to do something simple as adding a new package to your thingy. But at some point, I don't know if I'm not gonna start with this guy. I'm really interested in Stack Blitz. Reason is Stack Blitz has this cool thing with, oh, that's my face. Has this cool thing with Node.js running on your browser with some web container magic and whatever they said in the blog blog face. Alright, Tailwind is there. Next, npx tailwind inits. Does this work? Oh, it does work. So npx tailwind css. Do we write tailwind css init? And then /p. I think /p is for the post css configuration file also, because if you omit /p, it doesn't create the second file, the post css config file. And the default, I do not know why this doesn't come with this template, because you cannot use the just-in-time compiler if this is not set for some very weird reason. I have no idea why. No need to save, of course. And now to create our index, the file that will carry Tailwind in its back, the index CSS file, which has Tailwind base. Please don't do that autocomplete thing. Utilities, that works also. You should try it. And then on the main JS file for the intro of the application, import. Okay, we're doing single quotations. Cool. Index.css. To load the file globally. That way, Tailwind knows where to go and what to do, and it also resets every default that it needs to. Like for instance, if you create a new index.html and not add any styles, by default the thing has like margin or padding. I think it's margin around the body, which is weird. So that's up. We'll give it a shot. Why is it installing? Is it because I installed some funky things after? I don't know. So I've followed all the steps. Now to see it work. And voila. Come on. Oh yeah. This happened last time I tried this. It took its own time to load the page on the thingy. While I wait, I'm gonna be deleting all the things that I'm not gonna be needing, like the default styles for the templates, the use of the hello world component. I do not know if I'm gonna be using this syntax, this sugary thing, because it's hella confusing. So no, I do away with it. Go away. And then just have, please tell me emmet is enabled for this thing, because flip, it's not. Please rep it, guys, and whoever's doing these browser editors, allow us to add plugins I cannot work without Vim anymore. I cannot work without Emmet anymore. Please add them. Thank you for listening to my prayers, because they're definitely not watching the stream. Hello world. Not saving. It saves itself. Go ahead, save. Show your face to the world. Am I supposed to oh my, no ways. And then in components, I delete this guy. Delete. Yes, delete. Done. Now, should we start with how it's supposed to look like, or put in the rest of the setup? Nah, but the most important one, enabling Tailwind, is done. I'm trying to wear my shoe underneath this table. Alright, how is this gonna look like? I hate that there's no Emmet in this thing. Is it somewhere? Version control, packages, secrets, settings, code intelligence enabled. What? Where's Emmet if intelligence is enabled? Please load Emmet. How am I supposed to click here if here goes away when I try to hover over it? There you go. That was hard. That was really hard. Formatting, auto completion, refactor, linter, however format. That's the same thing as. Anyway, I'm hungry. Alright, how is it gonna look like? First of all, it's gonna be centered. So that's there. Cool, we can see that one. Now we want, this is a weird song, if it's a song. There's no this I shouldn't have done this in the browser. Why am I doing it in a browser? Right, I want a, what's the max? There's absolutely no way I'm gonna use this browser thingy if I'm not getting auto completion. Absolutely no way. No, I'm sorry, I'm starting over. How much time have I spent? 20 minutes? What? 20 minutes? That's crazy. There's absolutely no way I'm continuing with that. That's crap. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. To think that I could start a project and code in a browser when there's no proper auto completion, no proper whatnot and IntelliSense and everything that we've been spoiled as software programmers to know and love. I'm big. Okay, now let's properly configure this project. Our new projects. What's here? Wait a minute. I think Vue3 not VTS. Vite has some templates we could use for starting a new project. I cannot believe I'm gonna be yarn create Vite.js app templates Vue.ts. Project name, and then voila. Yes, I trust the authors. I'm the author. Load this guy for the first time. This means now I can switch these guys around. I can move this guy this side, go this side, and then the editor on this tiny spot. Something's in my eye, and it's gone, the thing in my eye. Alright, where's the link? Same guide again. This has just turned into how to configure Tailwind twice, and I'm definitely not using npm yet, so it's yarn add dev, and then now compare this to how long it took me to do the very same thing in the browser. Yeah, the browser-based IDEs or editors are still slow, and that is because I think I'm pretty much spoiled by the process. But it doesn't mean people cannot use it. That's like, if you have an Intel Celeron-based laptop, working in that browser-based editor is not going to be a problem for you. You're not going to notice any difference anyway, because you're practically working on a toaster. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to work on a toaster. Back to where we began. Oh, the configuration. Is it done? Is it not? There's this guy. There's this guy. Oh, yeah, I forgot to copy something. So that's here. And yeah, it's definitely not done. I have to set up the purge thingy and the entry for Tailwind to figure out where to find things. Beautiful. Prettier. Do I have to? No, I'm not going through those lengths of setting up Prettier also. New file, index.css till no. Oh man. The IntelliSense is amazing. Not that shoebox I was working on. Components. This is definitely way faster than utilities. And I can also use TypeScript without even thinking about it. Index CSS. How does it look now? It's reloading. Way faster than that atrocity I started with, if that's a term. Go away, scripts. Oh no, not all of them, just this one. Yeah, Vim. Go away. There you go, Emmet. I made this with a padding of 4 units, and I made it red. IntelliSense. I made it red. Super fast thingy on my right hand side. That's gonna be that's bothering me too much. I think that's Volar, an alternative to Vue3. I have no idea where these guys get these names. So this is the plugin that I'm using to make everything buttery smooth for my VS Code setup when working with Vue.js. Buttery smooth. Smooth as butter. Buttery. This one, same padding. This is just for layout. Not that this is what the app's gonna look like. And max width has to be the smallest width. Let's say small. Too small. How about too small? What other units are there? Jesus Christ, the IntelliSense. Yeah, too large. There you go. And then make this automatic margin. And then remove the color. What's the default? Anyway, I move. Alright, cool. You don't get this anywhere else. First list item. Now I could use feather icons, I could use hero icons. I'm gonna be using hero icons for this one. This is also created by the Tailwind team, I believe. Yeah, by the makers of Tailwind CSS. So it's definitely gonna be fun. Now, should I install the npm package or use it from here? I think I'm gonna install the npm package. That's gonna be way better. Yes, Vue.js. Does it work for add a terminal? Yarn add hero icons view. Alright, cool. Then I leave the page for reference. And what else is there? Oh yeah, I was laying out the thingy. Close everything else. There might be a disturbance. For clearance sake, let me add something like shadow to see where my box is. Alright, it's over there. Too high up. No title. Title? Oh, this is Vue3, so I can slap a title here. Now, darn it. Lorem 3. Lorem ipsum dolor. Or just home. Yeah. This is home. And now to style this guy. Interesting. So you can either float as the rest of them, or auto. How much did we give the other guy? So max width screen small. That's almost equal to the first div I created. And a padding of 8 units. And text large. If that's not enough, 3XL. Yeah. And font, bold font. Perfect. But now I'm fighting with padding because it's way off from, so I just make it for vertical and no horizontal padding. Remove the dummy color. We're moving. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be very beautiful. And what else should I add? Oh yeah, clickable checkbox. What's the hero icons? Yes. So you have a check and a check circle. No square. Do you have a circle? An empty circle. Alright, it's decided. I'm not going to be using hero icons. They don't have an empty circle. Or maybe it's called uncheck. So you have a checked item but not an unchecked item. What the hell is going on with this thing? Yeah, this seems pretty half-baked. I'm disappointed. Alright, back to feather icons. My favorite. I need to get water. Back. Let's go. Feather icons and whatnots. First of all, do they have a Vue.js library? I doubt. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Ooh, they do. I've never scrolled to the bottom of that page, so that's why I didn't know about it. Let's see where you take us. Yarn, add, view, feather icons. I have no idea how long this will last because it's been 30 minutes. I haven't started. Oh yeah, that being said, I have to remove this hero icon thingy because wow, what a disappointment. And then yarn to fix the log file. I have to tweet. I mean, if I don't tweet, how will people know that I'm struggling with a simple project? I guess this is why devs never reach our deadlines. We're busy trying to make the thing shiny before it's even working. And it has to be shiny. Who uses unshiny things? Alright, cool. How do we use now? Go away, you hero icon thingy. How do we use feather icons? Only import what you need. Do I know what I need? No, the answer is no. Imports from Vue feather icons, and I'm importing. What am I importing? An unchecked box, yes. Where is she? No, okay. Do I even know what I'm looking for? Square. Please tell me I made a mistake. Nope, I didn't make a mistake. Your icons are still trashy. Wait a minute. Do you guys have view types? Because I'm struggling with IntelliSense. This is definitely no types. Darn it. Builds attributes example. This is bad. But because I know what I'm looking for, square check, I think. Go AU square check. You fill icons. Could not find a declaration file. Of course you couldn't find it because it doesn't exist. This is I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, I can add a TypeScript. Ignore that. Yes, the only time I hope to use this thing and nowhere else, please. Thank you. Now back to the show. Oh, I closed it. Did I? No, I didn't. Did it crash? What happened? How do you... Oh, I did close it. Yarn dev tools. You can't dev without dev tools. You have to see what the browser is complaining about. Does not provide an export named square. Of course it doesn't. Does it? Ah, yeah, it doesn't. But it does provide square icon. That's my bad. How about now? It is not forgiving me. I have to dig deep. This is come on. New library, what are you doing to me? You for the icons. You have got to be kidding me. Activity, yes. What is this even? Are these all the icons in one place? Right, I'll be dumb about this and pretty much import it the only way I think I know how. Go away, you taking up space. Just view feather icons .es. Maybe this will work. What? Nothing still. I have to search for. Okay, there's a check square icon, but do I have his brother? I have to import the thingy. This one. Will you allow my UI to come back? Bad request. Please fix your library. It's not doing wonders for Vue3. As such, I will not be using it anymore. I hate it. Alright, cool. Back to plain old funky junk. On the valve. Press Alt Shift to copy the thing. Now we shall design Okay, yeah, now we shall design a to-do list item. Div, and then slap. I'm not happy that Prettier is not set up with this. Why should I struggle so much? Yeah, I think it's looking for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to one of my projects that I'm working on and copy a Prettier configuration file, because this is also not doing wonders for me. Prettier, there you go. Do I have to install it also? I hope it's not the case. Go away, yeah, that's the vibe. We're moving. So that's my VS Code setup, that if you don't have a Prettier config file, it will not prettify your ugly code. I do not like how this looks like currently, so I'll make the width 2 times thicker. And you, lorem person, right next to the SVG. Now when you're there, I want to see where everything lies, so I'm just gonna make the background yellow, and then make this a flex item, and then items center so that it's almost flush, and add some space, horizontal space between the icon and that's too much space. This is enough space. Alright, cool. We have ourselves a checklist item. Now, interestingly enough, there's things to consider with our checklist item. One is for you to be able to click my checklist item. To complete the checklist item, you have to click the check thingy. And if you click the body, this is interesting. Oh, maybe I provide an arrow here. But then, yeah, let me do that. Let me make this twofold instead of. Oh, also I cannot make this centered because some checklist names are longer, and when they wrap around, the icons have to remain centered. Lifted items start maybe, which is bad. That looks bad for now. Looks bad for now. Let me also wrap this around another div. Nope. And then this being wrapped around another div, I'm gonna have to, no, actually this should be here, and then this band guy here. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping around the SVG icon a div. I don't know if that came out right, but I also need to see where this goes, so give it some color and then some padding. You have to be able to click it, so some padding. Too much padding. Looks like too much padding. How about 0.5 of padding? Ooh, yeah, that's good. Now, what else is required here? Yeah, we have ourselves a what do you call this? We have ourselves a, it's called a checklist item. Now for our setup, first we have to see it work. So yeah, let me get myself excited. I remove the shadow. I remove all the weird. Ooh, no. Don't break. Just yet. Break when I'm not there, or when I'm not streaming. Text is a little bit too small, or not thick enough. Let's make it a thick class. No. Font medium. That's gonna be good. Yeah, that's better. We have ourselves some font. Now we need to have ourselves also list items. Oh yeah, of course you have no idea what ref is, but ref is part of Vue.js, so bring back my UI after a fresh reload, of course. How do we even add a new item? That's what I didn't think about. I definitely did not think about the input field. I'm a smart person, I know. So right after this guy, it's starting to get messy. I'm gonna have to start creating components to abstract this out. There's gonna be a div to house the input field, and for us to see where it is, I give it some color. Some padding also for it to have some life. Yeah, so that's what my input field is gonna live. Inputs. Type text, yes, of course. Looks horrible, very horrible. In fact, the padding might be permanent, so let me keep it there. But the padding is a little bit unaligned with. Yes, definitely not in line. So let's give it some. No, some extra horizontal padding. Extra horizontal padding. Yeah, there you go. Oh, but then if I make it like this, I'm not going to be able to add padding to the actual input field. So let me go ahead and do that. First of all, I want to see how much this goes. So we no longer need this color now. We actually don't need the whole div. I realize. Yes. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. No, we just need some margin top to make it stay out of other children's business. And of course, full width so that it covers everything. And we save by on enter, no need for a button. Now, are my items going to be editable? Yes, they're going to be editable because I'm going to add another icon on this side. Oh yeah, before I even forget, to hell with this view feather icons package because it's trash, complete trash. Why do they even make these things? How many instances of this is? Alright. Reload the log file. They say it's not rest, and then start the dev server again. Very fast dev server this is. I don't like this song. Sure, I can type, but typing does nothing for me yet. No. I'm gonna select everything. I can't even click this guy. Cool. We'll get to that in a second. I need what do they call this icon? It doesn't have a name, but I need it. First of all, I need an edit thingy here. No, I don't. Anyway. I could make this also editable. Like you just click on it and then you add stuff. But doing that and make it auto save will mean that you make mistakes easily. Like for instance, right now, if you drop your hand on your thingy and it had the cursor or focused on one of the items, voila, you have yourself a typo. And if you don't remember what you wrote, it means you've lost it forever, which is something that I'm not interested in pursuing as of yet. So let's just continue with styling the child. First of all, we need a placeholder for me to see. Enter a new theme, and then a question mark, because we're asking, and then what? I'm brilliant. Padding of 4, and then horizontal padding of 8. Thick boy, this is. There you go. And then yes, like every to-do list, this guy must go to the bottom. So how do we stick him to the bottom? Do we have sticky? Yes, we do. And then we have bottom 0. Will it do what I think it's supposed to do? It's not doing it yet. Am I supposed to make the parent relative? Is that gonna help? It's not helping. I have completely forgotten how to make this thing stick to the bottom. What if I had like millions of items then? List let's say maybe this was a loop of items, and for an item and its index of list, make the key the index and loop this as many times there's an item here. Then I start filling in random numbers for my items. Yeah. We have ourselves a scrollable, but does it scroll? No, not yet. This is complex. This is getting complex. Let me continue adding more random numbers here to make it way longer, and then figure out what's going on. Alright, it does stick to yes. Perfect. I like it already. I love it, in fact. So we know that works. Now let's make the list thingy work. Let's make it add items to the list by saying, const entry equals to a nice ref, and then we expose the entry to our template, and then we bind our entry. Voila, needs to fix that. This is a global directive, man. Entry, and then now we don't need anything fancy now. We just need to see this work. So enter or key up, enter. Wait, how do you specify the thingy? Click. How do you specify what button is being clicked on? Is it click? I think it's click. Drop, focus, input. Is it input? Where's enter? There's definitely an enter somewhere. Is it key up? I'll stick to this guy for now and see if it's gonna work. I trust that it's gonna work. This is supposed to be there by default, but seems like my IntelliSense plugin is not picking it up. write prompt. I haven't written this in a long time. I don't know if it's the one. Is it the one? It is, but I just entered garbage here. So now I'll do what I wanted to do then. So add key up enter is essentially a shortcut for an on key up listener that only listens to the enter key. So what I want to do is push my entry to the list. Come on, what are we fighting about now? Oh yeah, I have to specify types, of course. Very smart. This is a list of strings. This is a string. Happy. Property push does not exist. Oh yeah, of course. It's an array of strings. Happy now. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Alright. Now the app is happy. Flew. Now, okay, this is not doing what I wanted to do. There's going to be a function to handle that. Add entry, because I want to add the item to the list and then clear the input field. So list value push entry value. The reason why I'm using value here and not value at the top is a story for another day, or some other minute where I'm less upset as to why everything in tech is failing me. Why do I have to do everything myself? And then replace that with add entry. Now for safety, we check that entry value. If entry value is falsy, we shall not do anything. Then I can remove this dummy here and we're good to go. Are we good to go? Seems like it, yes. Flew. Oh yes, one thing I have to do also is to replace this with the item. There you go. Oh, it also has to clear entry value equals to undefined. There you go. Tree. Magic. Alright, that works. But does it check or uncheck? No, it doesn't. And that is a problem. How do we do that? First of all, let's grab the icon before we even figure out how does it work. And shift click to copy. And then SVG1, SVG2, just paste where the other guy is. Save whilst they fight for a spot, as they always do. Would have been nice if this thing could be animated now, but because I'm using two SVGs, it won't be. If true. And then else. Now we need to work on how to get a condition to toggle between true and false. Means we have to use now not just an array of strings, but rather an array of objects which will carry the name of the thingy and the state, the name of the to-do list item. So this is going to be now an array of checked of type boolean and name of type string is. Now when there's an entry to our list, we add push. I mean, not even mention what happened. There you go. Done. Now tree. Oh, I forgot. We need to use item name over there, and then for toggle, if checked. Or then I have to move these things around, or do I? Not really. Yeah, item checked. Still good so far. And then I click listener here to say, hey man, toggle item checked equals item. This is a cheat, but it has to work. Yeah, if you click, checks it. Now how do you make it not select this guy? Because I'm not trying to make it selectable. Now here's the thing, we will always fight about this. If a thing is clickable, it must be what HTML deemed to be clickable, and that is a button. A button was there to be clicked, and thus this must be a button. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this guy must be a button. And then down here, is this it? Yes, it is. Now we're talking. So now you can even use your keyboard to uncheck an item or check an item. Yes, that's true. So this, while this item is checked, accessibility in mind. Always think of it. If this guy is checked, we have to do some funky things with him. Like for instance, item. Oh yeah, I forgot. If the item is checked, the classes to add are opacity 50 and under no strike through. Is it line through or strike through? I think it's line through. Oh yeah, second case, add nothing. Now we have ourselves a beautiful funky's done. Now the two packed together, and that looks weird. What must happen? What must happen? What must happen? Oh, before I even move any further, I have to push this to GitHub. So I have to create a repo for it before I forget. Did I have? Oh, I actually had. No, I want to use this one before I forget. So git init. Thank you. What I have to do now is add a remote. I had a same named repo on my GitHub account, and I do not think that's a good idea to continue from where I left off when I just started from scratch right now. Oh yeah, actually I can create a new one here, and then that's the name of the thing. It's public, of course. I create one, git commit, no, git add everything, git commit initial commit, after I've done so many things already. And then git remote, is it add or set? Oh, instructions here, it's add. So it's git remote add. I'm not gonna be doing it from scratch though. It's a copy paste situation now. Yes, git remote add origin to the repo location, set main branch to main, and push set upstream origin to main, and done. And I tweet about it. I mean, what's Twitter without tweeting about it? What I'm working on live. Find me here. https twitch.tv/stu. Yes. Now back to the show. Alright, Valvis egg. Oh, we were spacing the thing. Pupil understand. How much space is enough space? And these guys should be editable. We'll get to that though. Oh, I just remembered something. We could add like space y2 so that, oh yeah, perfect. But then this overrides any margin that you've added to the children, so this now is no longer required. And I do not think there's a way to override it, or is it? What version of Tailwind is this? Tailwind. It's, oh, the latest. Nice. Let me see. I'm just gonna wing it and see if it's gonna work. So far not. And then, but wasn't this experimental? Yep, experimental. Doesn't work. The fake import and thingy. But we're good to go. Nice. This is actually beautiful. What changes did I bring? I have no idea. So some changes is the message. All right, cool. So that works. What else should be there? Deleting the items. I should be able to hover over. Yes, if I hover over. But then if you hover, how do you hover on mobile? You cannot hover on mobile. So the delete icon or the trash icon should always be there. Bummer. But it's removed. Or, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's just gonna be checked like this, and then I have like a toggle to say hide completed items. Some other funky things like that. So yeah, and then if you want to delete the thing, you have to nav into it. Now, what's the nav into it? Some nice chunky arrow or expand. Yes, maximize works also. Which maximize though? This one or this one? Shoosh, I'm conflicted now. Also, one looks chunky, the other doesn't. I have to fix this guy. Stroke width. Yeah. The funk must chunk. Chunky funk. I'll take this one. Now add it where? At the end of our button. Oh, first is the button. Collapse yourself, and then it's the text, and then after the text, it's the maximize thingy. This is gonna be wild. I'm designing from the top of my head, and it's wild. Flip, I forgot to change. Oh, I didn't forget to change these guys. It's this guy that I forgot to change, and also class. How much padding did I offer the button? It's 0.5. No, actually padding, not margin. Chunky conk. And how do I move it away from everyone else? By making the span grow to its maximum potential. Yes, there you go. But that looks super weird. This no. Maybe smaller icon. Did that even work? Suppose it did, suppose it didn't. And to make it look at least sane, we hide it a bit, just a little bit. And then is it hover within? There's this thing that Tailwind has. If you hover over a parent, a child can do something about it. Is it hover within or is it focus within? I think it's focus within. I don't think it's hover within. We'll see though. Focus, active, group hover, yes. First of all, we make the child a group, and then back to the show. Where's the span? Yeah, this is slowly starting to get out of hand because there's so much going on. I have to stop splitting out components. Group hover, opacity to something. Yeah, there you go. And of course, because this is going to be clickable. Oh, actually, we'll reserve that for later. What I need right now is a plan. You have to be semi-bold and you're too large for your own good. That works. I will explain later as to why this is so. Chunky junk. I have no idea what's going on with my commit messages, but and that will lead us to a sub project of a certain item. Is there a semi check, like a box with a dash on it? I think I might need it. Minus square, yes. So minus squares, because this thing is going to have like sub items into it. When you have under people, you have Joe, Jane, and Jack, and Joe and Jane are complete. That's semi-complete, so it's not going to be an empty box and it's not going to be a checked box, but it's going to be a box with a dash. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but hey man, we move. What else is supposed to follow? Hey, before I even go there, let me just make this work with logging in, of course. So it means this to the back end. I mean, if you were to open this here and on your phone, it's not going to work. And that brings us to Supabase. What a weird transition, but yay, Supabase. Yeah, the name of the project and then app. Strong password. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the password. Reason why I'm super keen on using Supabase is because you could select Cape Town as a region. That means the server is just down the road if you live in Cape Town. I don't live in Cape Town, but you get the point. For me, it means smallest latency you could ever get from these online hosting services, because it's right here. I mean, if AWS and me, like, we're connected like on the same network or something like that, I don't know, in the internet, I don't know how the internet works, but it basically means DNS resolution is gonna say, hey, the guy you're looking for is right over there, so you don't have to go far looking for him, he's just right over there. And then fast speeds, I mean fast speeds, super fast speeds. Oh, whilst it prepares itself, let me continue with this guy. How is everything gonna look? Boom, 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 boom. New file. To do. Yes. No. Oh, it's voila with the weirdness. Vue3 understood if you typed HTML that you're creating a HTML template in your Vue file. I don't know if that needs to be brought back, or I just need to understand that Volar works differently. How do you even pronounce this thing? I might have been saying it wrong all along.
Volar.
Volar. What the hell? No ways.
Volar.
Please, someone else pronounce this thing. I'm not gonna follow that. Did you guys even explain? Nope, they didn't. Cool. It's still building. Cool. So our Indian app is here. But before oh yeah, login's gonna be super simple. One page app. Oh yeah, let me configure the thingy to do item. So how it's gonna work is you're gonna have a home page and you're gonna have a root. A root is gonna be defined as the origin / the ID of the to-do item. Those two roots are all that I need. And funny enough, you will have infinite sub items, but it will rotate via ID, same like Twitter. If you're going through a thread, it could be infinite. If going through quoted tweets, it could be infinite, but the URL does not need to remember what's the foremost parent of the nested child of a tweet. You don't need to know that. You just need to know this is the ID of the current to-do list item. These are the children. Done. That's it. Perfect app. And then what else? And then off. First I need to take these guys somewhere else. By first creating a login page. But our login page has to be simple. So, do I still have Twitter SVG? I think I still have the Twitter SVG. I'm designing a login button. I'm gonna start with Twitter. I wasted too much time trying to set up a project for browser use, but it didn't work out. This Twitter logo extract. You guys cannot see this. The reason is, oh yeah, you can. What did I just do? There you go. I dragged something else. That I was not supposed to drag. I was dragging this guy. What? No, I don't want to see the social icon. I just want the Twitter logo, SVG, blue. But to keep with the theme, if I go with blue, it means, oh yeah, ooh, I just thought of this. Dark mode. Everyone loves dark mode. We'll do that too, eventually. And this is the SVG for the Twitter icon. I shall now hide everything or comment out everything. And start from the top. Oh, this will show when you're authenticated. And then what will show when you're not authenticated or authenticated is this div. This div will have, let's let this guy go. No. How do you comment out? Oh, this doesn't work like JetBrains, so this should have and then as a title, or even the whole thing and then question mark. That's the name of the app I'm building. I'm building and then. Let me tweet that. I'm building and then question mark. https://twitch.tv, not tc, you shoebox. Let's do. Now for the login screen. Well, of course I have to class C where it is by giving it a padding of some sort and a dummy color. I like red because red stands out. And immediately set your width to the smallest I can get. Okay, that's not what I thought it would be. This is way smaller, which is good. And then I'm already using the thing. That's how I came up with the name, by the way. When you're going through items of some sort, you tell yourself, and then, okay, you tell whoever you're telling, and then you, this is stupid. Anyway, max screen small. Oh, actually, max width. This ends up being the thing. H2 sign in to continue. Doesn't look as good, but what are we gonna say? Who are we to judge? I feel like this guy now deserves some padding because I'm gonna give the guy that he's already carrying some padding. Sign to continue. We remove the red, but we add a huge border and we make the corners rounded, large rounded corners. Yes, sign in to continue. That looks funky. And a height. Do we need a height now? Nope, we don't need a height now. We just need to make the sign in to continue guy thick. Font bold. Okay, weird, but we'll move. Button. Sign in on Twitter. Not chunky now, but it'll do. Span. For styles to work nicely with this guy, you have to wrap text around an element, any element, I guess. Any element will do. Ugh. So parts cannot connect. Weird. Let me see. No, not Twitter, Twitch. No.
Here in the caster booth for this team, but everything went their way. On
Darn it, I still have to. I have to end the stream.